Day before yesterday, we learned how the microspores or the pollen grains are formed. And today we are going to learn about the female part and about the pistil and megasporangium or the ovule and embryo sac. How are they formed? So, first of all, we begin our revision with the uh, female part of the flower, which is known as pistil. Pistil can be one or more than one pistil in a flower. When pistil is only one, it is known as monocarpellary, and when there are more than one pistil, then it is known as multicarpellary pistil. Then each pistil, as we know, consists of three parts: stigma, style, and ovary. Now let us see what is inside the ovary. First of all, I will tell you about if there are more than one pistil, then pistil can be united with each other. This condition is known as syncarpus, and the ovary is said to be syncarpus ovary when all the pistils are united. And when the pistils are free, then it is known as apocarpus pistil. Here you can see all the pistils are free from each other. Carpels or pistils are same thing, so they are present on the thalamus and they are free from each other. Now we come to study about what is there inside the ovary. An ovary consists of a free space is there which is known as locule. In this locule, there may be partitions which are in which the placenta, a tissue called as placenta, is placed. From this placenta can be placed in various ways: marginal or axial or parietal, according to the placentation. Now the ovules are attached to the placenta by a stalk known as funicle, and each ovule has a structure which I am going to describe now. Each ovule is surrounded by one or two layers of integuments or coverings: outer integument and inner integument, which protects the entire ovule. This is the structure of ovule. Here is the funicle and this is the ovule. Where ovule meets with the funicle, that place is known as hilum. So here hilum, ovule ends and funicle begins. Now each ovule contains in the central, these integuments do not meet at one point and leave a gap or a very small pore which is known as micropyle. And inside the ovule there is a nucellus, or large number of cells are present in the nucellus region. Now, how the embryo sac is formed, we will study. One of the students asked me, ma'am, from the nucellus, how the embryo sac is formed. So now I am going to describe how embryo sac is formed. So, embryo formation of embryo sac, which is also known as female gametophyte. Now, we will study the structure of a embryo sac. So, you know, out of the nucellus, one of the cells near the micropylar region becomes enlarged, and this is known as megaspore mother cell. Its nucleus divides by meiotic division, that is reduction division, to form 4 megaspores, which are known as megaspore tetrad. 3 of these degenerate, leaving 1 megaspore. This is the functional megaspores from which the embryo sac is formed in the following way. First of all, the embryo sac nucleus, this functional megaspores nucleus divide mitotically now to form 2 nuclei which move to 2 poles. Then second division, mitotic division, it forms 4 cell, and third division, 8 cell stage. This is not cell, only nuclei are there. Out of this 6 become cells and the 2 remain as 2 nuclei which arrange in the center, and remaining 3 and 3 go to the 2 poles of the embryo sac. Near the micropylar region there is an egg apparatus form which contains an egg and 2 synergids, whereas at the opposite chalazal end there are antipodal, 3 are known as antipodal cells. So all 8 are arranged in this manner in the embryo sac. So these, out of these 3 which are here at the micropylar end, one is egg and 2 are synergids, which synergids have filiform apparatus which helps in the allow the pollen tube to move inside, to guide the pollen tube to move, to release the male gamete inside the egg apparatus, so that they can, one of them fuses with the egg. This is known as syngamy, and from this zygote is formed, and the one which fuses with the polar nuclei, so triploid nuclei are formed. This is known as triple fusion. 3 nuclei are formed. This forms the from this 3 nuclei, one cell is formed which will divide and redivide to form an endosperm, and the zygote will give rise to embryo. Now I ask one of my student asked the following questions. Ma'am, what is the ploidy of megaspore mother cell? I replied it is 2n, and another one asked what is the ploidy of nucellus cells? It is also diploid. Megaspore mother cell is also diploid, and functional megaspores. One of the student asked what is the ploidy of functional megaspore? I said it is haploid. Embryo sac was naturally haploid because it was formed from that megaspore, functional megaspore.